Hello everyone. Thank you for coming back to my channel. Today I'll be using my platform to talk about my very first experience with racism. So it is story time. I'm only going to tell you about my very first experience, not the several other, you know, racism situations that I've found myself in. I will not be talking about those ones because of, privacy policy and work policy and all that. But today I'm going to be gisting you about my very first experience with racism. What is racism? I'm not going to give you the technical term. I'm just going to define it on, street term. Racism simply means that somebody believes that your race is more superior than your race. That's it. And as a result of this prejudice, stereotype, whatever is in this person's brain, they act out and they believe that you're way less and you should be treated less and you deserve less. That's all what racism is about. So, I'm talking about this because, the buzz on the media, everyone is speaking out. We've seen the police brutality, the way they, point out black males and even black females, the way they are being treated, the inequality, the unfairness of the justice systems, and the list goes on and on. So coming to this country, relocating to this country, I was so happy. I was very thankful that, a developed country will open their hands to a family, for them to come in and become citizens. It was a good thing. And it still is. But I never knew that the word racism even existed. And I didn't know about race except human race. I knew there were other people from different backgrounds, but I was only familiar with the term human race. I thought I was the only race that there was until I experienced racism. And even when I experienced racism, it still didn't click to me until I started looking into it and started educating myself that the color of my skin was different. I was a minority. And that was okay. But was I inferior? No. So on this day, I was new to Canada. I love Canada. I was new here and I was on the bus with a few of my family members. And it was a three-seater, right? This mom was sitting with maybe between 9 and 11-year-old girl, a little kid, and then there was another stranger. Okay, so it was a three-seater, so the spaces were filled up, and then it was a full bus, public transit, and I was holding onto a pole. I wasn't sitting down. I was waiting for, hopefully there will be a free seat, and then I'll be able to take that spot. So luckily for me, one of the people on that three-seater got off the bus, so that left an empty seat, right? So I was about to sit down on the empty seat, and then this girl looked at her mom and started pinching her mom, right? She wasn't comfortable, so the mom had to get up. So now this girl that was in the middle moved to the extreme where her mom was sitting, and her mom decided to stand up. So there was still a gap between us. And I was confused. I was like, what could be going on? Like, what is wrong with me? Why did she move away from me? Somebody was there before. She never moved away because they were all the same skin color, right? So I was like, okay, no, that maybe something was wrong. Was it a smell? I didn't know it was the color of my skin. So the girl, I was trying to, catch her attention and smile, but she just looked at her mom. Her mom looked at me and just carried her face, that kind of body language. So I kind of understood what was going on, but it still didn't sink because I didn't know human beings would ever be like that. It was my first experience. I had no idea. And then when they got off the bus, some guy that was sitting in that area was like, never mind, they just used the F word and said racist. And I'm like, racist. Okay, whatever. But it didn't sink. So when I got home with the rest of my family members, they knew what was going on, but we're just good people. We don't want to believe everyone is good, right? So I started looking it up. Then I realized that, wow, so this is a thing. Somebody could actually not like you because of the color of your skin. Not that anything is wrong with you, or it was not a good moment. It felt really, you know, it didn't feel nice. It's a mental thing. And I remembered that feeling transcended into when I got into school here. You know, I became conscious in a way that I felt that yes, I was different. At that time, I wasn't feeling inferior, but with time, you tend to feel like these people don't want to have anything to do with you. I mean, like, if a little child could move away from me because of my skin color, how much more the older ones, right? So I knew that this is we are in this for a long, long, long run. And you see, I didn't let that change who I am. Do not let that change who you are. You just need to know, okay? And you shouldn't feel less than because you have this beautiful black skin. You shouldn't feel bad about the color of your skin. It is not about the color of your skin, guys. It is very mental. It runs deep. It runs very, very deep. It's deeper than the skin. Okay, there's a lot of connotations, a lot of stereotypes associated with being black. Like, for example, if you're working in healthcare, you will understand what I'm talking about with, crazy remarks, people telling you they don't want your services or they want the other girl and all that. Somebody accusing you of what you didn't do. Somebody accusing you because of your tone, because now they feel that you want to attack them because you have this African tone that is strong, that is, I don't want to go on and on, but you get what I'm saying. So it's deeper than that. And for me, how I was able to overcome this is it's not like everybody overcomes it. There's still that bias. It's always there. But there's a way you respond to people that are being obviously racist. Just see them as misinformed, miseducated, right? You see them as society illiterate because they got the wrong information. They don't know better. If they knew better, they would know that black people have a soul. Black people just want to be happy. I'm very sure everybody wants to be happy, whatever color of skin you are. But I'm talking about black people right now. So let's focus on black people. And if you're African and you think that it doesn't concern you, yes it does, because African Americans came here to this part of the world. They pay the price so that you can come here and do whatever it is you're doing. They were not allowed to read. They were not educated. And when that happens in a family, it keeps, it takes time before they realize that this problem has to stop here. If most of them are uneducated, it is not their fault. They were not even allowed to read. They were put in jail for being educated. But you are here, you know this information, you are being educated, and some people will be calling them touts, togs. You can't call them that. They fought the war. They are still paying the price. They are still the targets because there's a conscious conditioning going on in their brain that they are the targets, that people don't like them because of the color of their skin. So this goes on, in their subconscious, and this is what they attract. This is who they are. The way an African person will respond to somebody calling them a nigger is different from the way an African American will respond if you call them a nigger. Like, if you call me a nigger, I'm from Africa, it doesn't mean anything much to me. Negroid, a black person. So what? I'm not gonna take it offensive. But if you call an African American a nigger, that is you're crossing your boundary. It hurts deep. So guys, it's very, very psychological. Racism is psychological. Some people have lived it all their lives. So we have to be kind to one another. At the end of the day, we are all one. At the end of the day, we share the same ancestors. They came from us. They came here so that we can come here. Do you understand what I'm saying? They made it easier for Africans to come here now. They paid the price. We must act kindly. We must fight the fight with them. We must stand together, because without them here, there is no us here. Think about it and have a great day.